Welcome to the Self-Led Journey podcast with me, Emma Louise. I'm honestly so grateful that you're here today listening to my very first episode of my podcast. This feels surreal to say out loud. Starting this journey has been so exciting, a little scary, and incredibly meaningful. And I'm just so happy to be here with you today. If you're listening and you're looking for support on your life journey or wanting to add a little bit more sparkle into your life, please know you don't have to do this alone. You're always welcome to reach out to me. I offer complimentary coaching sessions, and if you'd like more information, please feel free to email me. To really understand why this podcast exists, I need to take you back to a moment in my life that changed everything. Before we get into today's topic, I want to share a little bit more how and why this podcast came to life. It's been a journey. And honestly, we're getting there one day at a time. I truly believe it's the effort and the consistency that counts. This all really began when my partner and I bought our first home, then lost our first home within about 6 or 7 months. That experience cracked something open in me, and I knew there was a deeper meaning to why I suddenly was reliving parts of my childhood, but this time as an adult. I did a lot of inner work during that time, and there were some very low points and also some really beautiful highs. But deep down, I just knew that there was more to life out there that I hadn't fully experienced yet. I knew my life had a deeper meaning than what I was currently living. The entire part of my story honestly deserves its own the entire part about my home and why I lost it deserves its own episode one day, and I'll promise I'll share it more deeply in the future. Over the years, I've tried many careers, but I've always came back to the same one, mechanical project coordination. And while I learned so much, I just knew there was something more aligned with my values, my personality, and how I wanted to live my life on a daily basis. And then I found it, thankfully. I reached out to the owners of the Light Purpose Institute about enrolling in her accredited coaching program. And I was super worried at first because I didn't want this to be another thing that I felt exciting now, and then later on I just fizzled out. Let's be real, then that had happened to me a lot in the past. Not gonna lie about that one, but this time I chose differently. I persuaded myself to let go of the fears and negative self-talk, and I charged ahead. Fast forward 3 to 4 months, I completed the intensive course, and now I'm on my way to become a certified life coach. I'm almost there, T-minus a week, and honestly, it was an amazing experience. I met so many like-minded people, including my peer coach, who will be forever my friend. These past 14 months have been a wild ride. They've been an adventure in discovering the true me and allowing myself to finally put me first. Self-love, people. It's so important. Today, I want to dive into limiting beliefs, fears, and expectations. I truly believe these topics all intertwine. We have expectations of ourselves, but others may limit our beliefs. Or we have fears that end up limiting what we believe is possible for us. So many people I know, and honestly including myself, have spent years battling other people's expectations. I did this for at least 20 to 25 years of my life. So let me tell you, it was pretty eye-opening the day when I realized I'd worked in an industry for 11 years, largely because of other people's expectations or beliefs about who I should be. Now, when I look back, do I regret it? No. Am I mad about it? Absolutely not. What did I gain was clarity. I learned about the industry, about myself, and about what I truly want from life. I digress. Yes, still in that industry right now because my bills need to be paid, and I do enjoy parts of my work. But there are aspects and personalities that I no longer align with me. And if you're listening and you're in a similar place, please know you are not alone. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And it comes from pushing through limiting beliefs and expectations. just like I've been doing over the past year. And this is where the limiting beliefs and expectations quietly started shaping my life without me even realizing it. Living your life according to other people's expectations is almost rooted in fear or limited beliefs. You may believe you won't succeed in your passion, so you continue living in the life that feels acceptable to others or feels safe because someone you admire or someone from your childhood placed that belief in your head. And when I say this out loud, it sounds crazy, right? Doesn't it? Why would I want to live the life the same way as other people live their lives? If you've known me for a long time, you're probably thinking, Emma, you're not that person. And you're right, I am not that person. Expectations hold a huge power, especially when they are used incorrectly. Am I saying I don't have expectations, don't grow, don't set goals? Absolutely not. What I am saying is create your own expectations, ones that are realistic, aligned with your core values, and rooted to what you truly desire. So how did I overcome those limiting beliefs and become the person that I wanted to be? It wasn't overnight, not even close. I spent about 3 to 6 months deeply immersed in audiobooks, inner work, intuition, and meditation. And honestly, the work is never really done. Life keeps happening, but I learned how to meet it differently. One of the first books that truly shifted me was The Power of Letting Go by John Perkins, and it's an absolutely amazing book. Have you ever wondered why certain things bother you but don't seem to affect others at all? Or why did the same patterns keep showing up in your life no matter how much you try to move past them? This book explains why you feel the way you feel, which then reveals why you've been living the way you've been living. To move forward and build confidence, you have to relive to relieve. I was reliving childhood memories in my mind of moments when I felt held back. And through that process, I truly let go and forgave what had created the pain and the limiting beliefs in the first place. It's impossible to fully live in the present when you're stuck in the past or constantly worrying about the future. This book was my first stepping stone towards the life I wanted to create for myself and for my children. Sometimes fear doesn't come from the past. It comes from the unknown. And honestly, I think everybody experiences this at some point in their life. I want to ground this in very real, everyday example because fear doesn't just live in our thoughts, it shows up in our routines. For me, it showed up as fear around money and budgeting. I used to absolutely dread not knowing what our family finances would look like. I'd budget months ahead, spreadsheets, projections, and everything. And as part of my healing, I decided to let go of the budgeting completely for a few months. I truly believed if I didn't do it, everything would fall apart. But guess what? The bills still got paid, we didn't fall behind, and it was incredibly freeing. Letting go of the fear showed me how much stress I was carrying unnecessarily. The fear of the unknown will always exist, but when you acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go, it can become your greatest potential. Even when things don't go as planned, you pivot. Buying a house and losing it within the same year forced me to pivot, and now I'm here sharing this with you. And for that, I am forever grateful. What that experience taught me, though, is that fear of the unknown often has far, far less power than we give it. This may sound crazy, and it sounded crazy to me too, but doing the very things that scare you often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Even if you don't meet the goal exactly how you imagined it in your mind, you've already succeeded by facing the fear. I do not have everything figured out, and I haven't erased every fear, but I've changed how I respond to them. I've learned to say, let's just do it. I can handle whatever comes my way. You can change your life with one small choice at a time by choosing your beliefs, your expectations, and your own path. From today's episode, I want you to reflect on this. You are the only one in control of your fears, beliefs, and expectations. You get to choose how you think, how you act, and how you step into your potential. You are in the driver's seat of your life. You get to decide where you're going and who you are becoming. Be the person that you've always dreamed of. It might take time, and that's okay. You will get there. Everything I've shared today, from career to fear to letting go, comes back to one truth. We get to choose our own path. Thank you so much for listening to the Self-Led Journey podcast, and I'll see you next time.